fifth dimension. Aquarius I am. We in the Aquarius age for the next 2,000 years, you dig?
Swing low, time to move on. Light years in time, ahead of our time.
I want to free your mind by helping you understand the zodiac signs. That's right, you're live with Aquaman in the zodiac zone where the cosmos is your home. I'm your very own Anpu, the real urban guru, coming through on the mothership. So let's open up your cosmic memory bank and swing down to earth where the shit stain.
Are you plagued by trauma, abandonment, or abuse? The Imagination Guru has helped thousands just like you overcome emotional memories that prevent you from happiness and success using the power of your mind. Overcome your trauma, overcome your abandonment, overcome your abuse by first making the decision right now to call the Imagination Guru at 1-877-345-3797 and live the life you deserve.
Hey, what's happening? Welcome to Hip Hop Astrology TV, man. I'm your host, Anpu, the urban guru, and today's topic is Emmitt Till. Very sensitive topic, of course, rightfully so. But again, I just want to show you the cosmic correspondence of what happens and whatnot. And again, a foreknowledge of this information could definitely actually prevent some things, because it has the ability to foretell the future environment. Real talk, all right? But before we get in that, of course, listen, man, theimaginationguru.com. Drop your email off, because July 13th, 3 more days from now, all right, I'm going to give you a free webinar. In that free webinar, you're going to see some phenomenal information, all right? Phenomenal information. So the only thing you got to do is just drop your email off at theimaginationguru.com. On the day of the webinar, it's going to be at 8 p.m. This Thursday. At 7:45, you will receive an email that will have the conference number and the link for the visual presentation. Be there or be square, all right? Mark your calendars for August the 20th. I'm doing a webinar called Kitty Karma, Removing Negative Energy Before It Starts. Can actually show you some things kind of dealing with this Emmitt Till situation and whatnot. But, this webinar is going to be phenomenal. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. The first 10 people who sign up will get a free session, a free reading inside of the webinar, because the goal is to educate people inside of the webinar. So you'll walk away knowing how to do this for yourself, knowing how to identify negative energy and whatnot. Once you can identify it, you can then start to take the correct measures, because you know exactly what type of energy is likely to manifest. You can identify the natural negative inclinations a person can have. All right. So you want to get inside of this particular webinar, Kitty Karma, Removing Negative Energy Before It Starts. But I'll give you the webinar free, because if you get this solar or lunar eclipse reading, all right, it's a big eclipse coming up in August, 2 of them. The biggest one is going to be on the 21st. I'll give you the webinar absolutely free. In fact, if you go back and look at, I believe, the Nate Dogg video that I just posted, and perhaps maybe the Venus Williams one, some energy is taking place exactly where this eclipse is going to take place at. And it's just so ironic that I will pick people, case studies to show you, and the case studies that I'm showing you is actually some things are taking place in that same region of space that this eclipse is coming up on, which is why I created the special in the first place. So it's like, when you're in tune with spirit, you just really in tune. All right. So get this particular reading right here. It's a super crackhead price, only $99, man. Holla at your boy. I got you. And I'm gonna give you the webinar for free, like I said. All right. So let's roll straight into Emmitt Till. Let's look at his birthday. Emmitt Till was born July 25th, 1941. Okay. The moon as we can see, is by Leo, by the star Regulus. I just did this, showing this with the Nate Dogg video. Him and Warren G had energy in the same area, okay? Venus is over here on Regulus, and the moon has always been depicted as a feminine force. The woman, her waters break. The moon has always been symbolic with emotions, okay? Venus, if we look at the definitions of Venus, I have a few arrows pointing. It represents love affairs. It represents attraction. It represents beauty. It represents females, okay? Now, Emmitt Till's story is he's a young teenager. He leaves Chicago. He goes visit down south. And allegedly, he whistles at a white lady. White men don't like it. They basically kidnap him, beat him, kill him. Teenager for whistling at a white woman, okay? So I'm showing you that the planet that represents love affairs, the planet that represents attraction, beauty, and females are in one precise area of space, which is the Leo constellation right by the star Regulus. Now, again, I'm getting this image to reiterate that on August 21st, there's going to be a solar eclipse that is going to take place in the sky in real time in a month from now. And really, we should be paying homage to Nate Dogg because he was born. His birthday is the 19th. So this is a couple days after his birthday. And Emmitt Till, who's no longer here. All right. It's like it's like a transmission that is coming through, because you got to ask yourself, either I'm a freaking astro historian, but I didn't have this information. Spirit is just telling me, go here, do these people, because this is hip hop astrology. Show them the culture of the people, show them the signs. And every time I go look, I'm right on time of what's about to take place in the immediate future. Okay. Again, shout out to Future. And I say this because you have a guy who is a mega star named Future, whose first album, I believe, was Pluto, because he's a Scorpio, so he's showing you what it is and whatnot. I'm just amazed at the beauty of God and how God works right now in this moment. So excuse me for that moment. All right. So the planet that represents beauty, the planet that represents the divine feminine female's attraction is right here in Leo. Okay. So I want to speed it up to his death day, which was August 28th, 1955. Okay. I have some writing here. Pluto is very far away, so you don't see it, but the red cursor is there. And if you look in the top left corner, it says Pluto, because it's telling you what's on my cursor, but you don't see a physical body because Pluto is very, very, very far away, okay? So you don't see it lighting up like a star or anything, but it's there. So it's in direct alignment with Regulus. And then Mars is also right by Regulus. And then since it's August, Venus and the sun are always close to one another, okay? So, them two are together. So I want to put emphasis on Mars and I want to put emphasis on Pluto. Now, remember, this is August of 1955, all right? Emmitt Till, again, he's born in 1941, okay? So this is 14 years later, okay? And now the planet Mars and Pluto is here in the same region of space where Venus was. And this is the key, was when he was born, okay? This is astronomical facts that I'm showing you. Alignments. So when you hear the cliche statement, I guess the stars were aligned, I'm here to show you that is very real. Nobody ever shows you. That's what I'm here to do. Okay. So Pluto's here and Mars here. Let's look at the energy of Mars. From history of this channel, Mars represents bloodshed. You see it. It represents war. You see it. It represents violence. You see it, okay? So you have bloodshed, you have war, you have violence. Okay? He was beat to death. All right? A violent death. All right? And then Pluto is an energy that represents death itself. So when you have the planet of war, the planet of violence, the planet of blood in alignment or in conjunction, in addition to the planet of death in the same spot that deals with your perception of someone being beautiful and attractive, what could be the outcome if you try to go for it at that particular time? Okay? So listen, I'm not going to say that he did it or didn't do it. That's here nor there, as they would say. I'm just going to ask you a question. Is it a coincidence that once again, I'm showing you when certain planets align, the energy of those planets actually mirror the physical event that the person had experienced? That's the question. Okay? So I leave y'all with that, man. Think on that. Get to this webinar, Kitty Karma. Emmitt Till was only 14 years old. Okay? So get to my webinar, Kitty Karma. All right? You get to it at myastrologycoach.com. Click on events, click on webinars. You can reach me, Real Urban Guru. That's me on Twitter, Real Urban Guru on Instagram. You got a question? My line is open. Call me, 267-403-4078. Peace.
Prophecy is what we all have to go by now.